So I'm just going to go through and see if there are any other frequency bands that we can do the same thing with if we need to. So again, I'm going to listen, probably go to the chorus section now, and listen and see if we can kind of tame those harsh frequencies in the top end of the synths and balance things out in the upper frequencies as well. So this is where the harshness in the top end that I was talking about, this is where it's at. And again, the reason this plugin is so powerful is that I can move this around any way I like. So it's like an EQ. I'm not bound by this band sticking to the first one. It doesn't need to be there. I can move it anywhere I want. So very flexible. I've caught the frequency band that I want. I'm just going to make sure it is where it was, and it is. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to try to glue things together, even things out a little bit, maybe turn this band down if I need to balance the sound and balance the frequency spectrum. Okay, so you can hear it controls those very loud increases in volume in the synths. So very, very useful indeed. Let's unsolo it and see if we need to turn the output up or down to balance this frequency band with the rest of the other frequencies. Okay, so it's compressing by about maybe 2.5 dB, and I turned the entire band up by just 0.5 dB. So overall, we're controlling this frequency band, we're taming it. Okay, and now we can actually do this with any other band that we want. So maybe we can control a little bit of the percussion in the top end that might be going crazy in some sections. Maybe we don't even need to do that. But since we are using this plugin for now, let us do this and take care of them as well. So I can solo this band and kind of just move it along and find any harsh frequencies that I can take care of. Okay, this is an area you might want to control because it can get really piercing to the ears and it can really fatigue the listener. So this is an area you might want to also take care of with a plugin like this. So again, going to do the exact same thing as we did with these other bands with this top one. And again, I'm going to use a pretty gentle ratio. The knee will be, kind of like a medium. I don't want it to be too soft. Soft knees are great for smoothing things out a lot. But if you're trying to catch transients and you're trying to catch really quick sounds like percussion, maybe pluck sounds or something like that, you want to use something a little bit snappier, right? So just somewhere there. And again, you can play around with it, go extreme, go, maximum, minimum, see what sounds better to your ears. So you can hear at this threshold, the very top ends of the hats and the shakers and the percussion, this kind of reins them in. It brings them in, back to the ground. It glues them together with the rest of the high frequencies, and they're not as piercing anymore. And I like these settings here. So the attack is pretty quick, release is at a medium. I like this knee and ratio setting as they are. And now we can see if we want to turn any makeup gain up to rebalance this frequency band. So let's play everything at the same time, and now we can kind of use this like an EQ control, kind of. Okay, I like where that is. It's not too bright, not too dark. Let's compare and turn the plugin on and off and see if we've actually improved the sound. So we can go to a section in the beginning so we can hear the kick and the bass more clearly, and then we'll go back to that chorus section and do the same thing and compare and see if what we did sounds better. right? So you can hear it has a lot more punch in the bottom end. It sounds a lot more balanced. We've tamed these kind of harsh upper frequencies and the top end percussion as well. I really like that. Let's go to this section here, the loudest section, and again compare and see if it sounds better there. Okay, so we don't even need that little bit of a boost there, and it sounds so much better. The bottom end is a lot more focused, also because we've switched it to completely everything else are kind of built around the lower frequencies, and you know the song actually sounds wider and more focused at the same time. So I'm happy with what we've done with the Pro MB. And again, it's a very, very powerful, very flexible plugin. You can use it to compress or even expand if you wanted to. And like I said, go through it. You can use it kind of like a mix between a compressor and an EQ. So it's a dynamic EQ. Very, very powerful stuff.